Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. How many of you remember that quote? Keep digging. Keep digging. In fact, bring some of your friends. Get down to that point where you start to hear that thump, thump, thump under the shovel. Like, we got to it, guys. Yeah, keep scraping that dirt off the top and then flip that lid open and see what you find. I promise you, it's not what you thought you would find. How many of you saw the little dog and pony show earlier today where these 5 patriotic right-wing influencers got early access to what the Trump administration is calling the Epstein Files, Part 1. A giant book of just names and big black lines and blocks. Funny thing, though, these influencers came out of that meeting, allegedly, with the evidence in their hands of what only could be described as some of the most sick and depraved things one human being could do to another, and they were all smiles. Quick poll, show of hands, down in the Florida Maquis comment section. How many of you, if you had in your hand a document, a binder full of documents detailing the abuse alleged to have happened on Epstein Island, how many of you would be walking out with giant smiles for the photos on your face? How many of you? Yeah, probably not many. Dog and pony show. However, the evidence is out there if you know where to look. And we put it up earlier today at the Florida Maquis Patreon channel because, truthfully, that's where it belongs. If you want to see the real truth of what is being covered up about the events of 15, 20, 25 years ago at Epstein Island, join us. Florida Maquis Patreon channel. I'll show it all to you. Because that's where it belongs. Behind a paywall. 2, 5, 10, 15, whatever level you decide, it's there. The video is up. People are already watching it. People are already watching it, and just like Pam Bondi said, they're sickened by it. Because it's out there. You just got to know where to look. Now, Paulina Luna. You remember Paulina Luna? The task force that the Trump administration put together to uncover the truth of JFK, aliens, and the Epstein files, all this kind of stuff? Earlier today, here's her statement. Oh, yeah, by the way, stripper. Did I mention that? Maybe I forgot to mention that. Yeah, did you not know that the person in charge of uncovering the alleged abuse, I guess, of young ladies at Epstein Island was a stripper before she became your representative here in Florida? Her speaking here, Paulina Luna, nor the task force were given or reviewed the Epstein documents being released today. A New York Post story just revealed that the documents will simply be Epstein's phone book. You see, there's a little juicy piece of information in that phone book that we cover at the Patreon channel, and it's something that not a lot of people knew. Giant caps. This is not what we or the American people asked for. Get us the information we asked for instead of leaking old info to the quote-unquote new press. And that's what it was. Information that was already out there that everybody had known. Here is a screenshot of you ready for this, folks? The masseuses. I assume here, giant leap, that this was the list of the ladies, the young women, not children, ladies, young women that were there providing paid for services. Oh, and now the fight's breaking out. You got groups blaming Bondi. You got groups, it's Pam Bondi's fault. She's been part of the Trump administration for a matter of a couple of weeks, but it's her fault, of course. And then Kash Patel, why isn't Kash Patel doing it? And the back and forth, and she's demanding that he do this and that and the other. Folks, social media influencers that we talked about all put out pre-written statements from the Trump administration as if they were their own, word for word. Social media influencers who received the Epstein binder were caught posting identical messages, making it seem like a coordinated advertisement. Here's a hint. You said it would go away, Dad. You said if we had him killed in prison, Dad, it would go away. that people would stop talking about it, Dad. It's not going away, Dad. Why isn't it going away? Make it go away, Dad. Tell the stripper to do a better job, Dad. Tell the stripper to do a better job. See? One of those influencers, strangely enough, was making a joint appearance with former stripper Paulina Luna, DC Doreno, at TPUSA. I'm sure that's just a coincidence, though. I'm sure it has nothing to do with anything. Oh, yeah, you see, that's right. You see, there's a part of the story they don't want you to know. That all of these alleged victims, the 250, 300 victims, all those victims were so traumatized. They were so traumatized by what was happening that they went out and recruited other girls. And those girls went and recruited even more girls to go to the island. You see, that was the secret. And guess who the queen was? Guess who the queen was? Yeah, we have the details. We have the details over at the Florida Monkey Patreon channel. Florida Monkey, you better have the proof. We do. We do. Keep digging. Keep digging. Keep tweeting about Epstein. Keep demanding that the government release all this. I'd love to see this. I would love to see this. See, there's a secret about Trump's daughter that not a lot of people know. It has to do with her name. Her name isn't her name. That's about all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But if you're ready to wake up, and understand how psychological operations work, today's event was a classic one. They set it up last night where she came out with Jesse Waters and Pam Bondi, said, oh, tomorrow, it's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to let everything, and people are going to, everybody got so excited. Everybody got so excited. Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't wait for tomorrow. We're going to see the truth. We're going to see the truth. Well, in a way, you did see the truth about how joyous DC Drano and Chad Prather and Liz Wheeler and all these people were, how happy, all smiles they were, allegedly holding in their hand the dirty, nasty, sordid details of some of the most awful crimes one could imagine. They were happy as clams. Happy as clams. Boy, tell you what, when they opened that thing up, though, and they got online and did their little streams, the squirming was amazing. The knots they had to tie themselves into to try to defend. How many of you remember Meatloaf? Florida Monkey, what are you talking about? Google Ivanka Trump Meatloaf. Not the dish, the artist. That'll give you a hint. That'll send you down the road. That'll send you right down the road. But if you'd like to fast forward for $2, $2, it's all costs. Sign up. Florida Monkey Patreon channel. For $2, get the entire thing laid out for you. And by the time you get to the end of that video, you might have to go grab some Pepto-Bismol. I warn you. Don't say you weren't warned. It's something that most have forgotten. A lot of people maybe remembered it, but then didn't really put it all in context together, but it's all there. So I will leave it there. I'm not going to waste a lot of your time. There are some folks that are cut out for certain jobs. And hey, if your job in life, you want to be, if you're a woman, you want to be a bikini model, hey, Paulina Luna, well done. This is from Sports Illustrated. In case anybody wants to lose their mind about this, it's from Sports Illustrated, so she's the one in charge. If she wants to, talk about exploitation, then I suppose. And if this is good enough for you, the boy, pop some popcorn, kids. Pop some popcorn. It's about to get good. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrific, but to watch these people turn themselves into pretzels, trying to defend the indefensible, especially given that it was decades ago, is just beyond, Wasn't it? Didn't Donald Trump say, we're going to move forward? We're not going to live in the past. We're not going to go back. We're not going to settle old scores. We're not going to. And look at what's being talked about. Look at what's being talked about. Man, 6-7 years dead. The events that were being looked into are 15, 20, 25 years old, some of them. It's just amazing to me. So I will leave it there. Dad, do something, Dad. I'm a mom now, Dad. I can't have this coming out, Dad. Join us. God bless. Pray for each other. Pray for me. I'll pray for you. Lift each other up. Like, share, subscribe. Check the description box. That's where all the links are. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time.